Welcome to the 45th Annual High Desert Classic here at USS Bullhead Park in Albuquerque, New Mexico. We are about to get set for the men's finals. And as we just heard Marty Watts say, both of these clubs have won 5 times. So this right here is bragging rights. This right here is for all the marbles.
These are two long-time friendly rugby teams that have played. We've shared players. We've played together. They've been to our tournament since the beginning. We go up to Denver and play them. The Aardvarks do.
I was using it for a weight.
And it's a hard-fought rivalry, so we can expect some hard hitting. This will be a great game.
Nick Schultz takes the restart kick.
And Aaron Rivera here, joined by Delbert Arnold and Carl Hawkins, getting set for this game as the kick has been sent back to the Highlanders. And finally taking it to the ground, and immediately we have a penalty for, looks like coming in from the side by the Aardvarks.
So, Carl, do you think you've had some personal experiences in playing the Highlanders at the High Desert?
I have indeed. And, you know, the Highlanders have a great history. They're a great club. They're long-time stalwarts of the Denver rugby scene and have been instrumental in really developing rugby in the western United States.
Well, Denver now getting another kick back, and they're heading to the edge as the wing kicks it away. Cordial chases it down.
It's a good tactical game being played here.
Yeah, right now both sides just trying to get some field position as Cordial's now being chased down.
And he makes a beautiful cut. He's run through the whole dang team.
And Cordial offloads it to the sideline. It is forward, as you mentioned.
Yep. But that was a good break.
That was sweet.
I think
he set that up. Oh, my goodness. He
running
set that
down
up.
on the kick right there, pulled his hamstring when he slid.
Yeah?
Looks a little
no.
gimpy.
Who pulled his hamstring?
Can't see his number. Running back.
In the black shorts?
Yeah.
Number 10, I believe.
Yeah.
That's the fly half Cody.
That's important.
Yep. He was coming down hard to defense that kick, and right in front of Mr. Cardial, he slipped on some tall grass, and it looked like he...
And Sergio gets this one sent in. Highlanders win their own put in, but the Aardvarks are there en masse to stop any sort of movement down there.
Cardial had
and a nice little switch inside.
set up after he made that sweet move through the middle of the
and this is coming out here to the outside where they've got numbers. Cardial did a good job to prevent any big plays on that one as the ball was taken into the tackle by Brooke Pennick. And they'll send it back out now to Cody. And Cody offloads it to Aaron Britt.
Our referee for today's match is Andy Devine. From
Big number 8 comes smashing through.
That's Cody once again. 2 Codys on this side.
Oh,
and right now the breakaway. And Jeff Westbrook puts it down for the try. So Jeff Westbrook puts the first points of this game on the board. It's going to be 5 for the Denver Highlanders, still 0 for the Aardvarks, and they're going to have a conversion kick here. Nice, easy kick here because he was able to set it pretty much right under the post. So that'll make the life easier for Sean Welfare.
I don't know why Aardvarks didn't have a fullback in play there. Cardial was over here with the scrum.
Yeah, that was a big hole.
And when he made that break with past Schultz was chasing him, but they needed a fullback there.
And whose job is that? Is that the far side wing who drops back, or?
Well,
they should communicate to each other.
Exactly. It's the wings and the fullback that take turns playing fullback if the fullback's pulled in. Cardial had made a tackle up here.
Well, Welfare's conversion is good, so that's going to put our score at 7 for the Denver Highlanders. Still 0 for the Aardvarks.
Is that Greg Welfare's son?
Sean Welfare.
Sean
Could
Welfare.
be.
That's what they told me. Remember Greg Welfare?
Yeah.
Eagle?
Yeah.
That's his son.
Well, Denver gets on the board first.
I've got a good
You guys
story
have
about
a
him
lot of experience
Genetics. You got a son that played for the Eagles yourself, don't you?
Yep.
here. No way. Did he also play hook like you, or?
No, he did it in sevens.
Oh, okay. Well, they still have a hook in sevens.
Yeah, he's a number 10 or a 12.
Well, no, he hooked in sevens.
This one
Yeah, he
sent
did in
back up,
sevens. He
and
hooked,
Christian.
Bounced off his chest, but it went backwards. We have the whistle.
Double knock-on scrum down Albuquerque.
Yep.
And that'll be our first scrum of the day.
Let's see how these two teams line it up.
And especially in this men's division, you really want to get started with a good scrummage. If you're getting blown off the ball early, you're not going to have a good day.
I'll tell you what, man, I can't get out of my head Cardial coming across the field behind the 22 and setting up that run he just made. That was amazing.
That was nice.
That was world class, man. That was world class.
You're absolutely right. It was pretty.
If he just would have linked up to John, that was a try.
Yeah.
Well, right now,
John was too far away from him. That was the problem.
they're resetting the scrum there. We see Schultz has the ball in his hand. Good to see a level of continuity with these Aardvarks as Nick Schultz comes back for the team this year. And Schultz gets the ball.
Nice.
He's going to offload it there to Christian.
There's John in the hole. He's going to
tackle.
Oh, they got him turned. No, he turned it around. Strong guy. Here comes a big number 8 out on the outside, and he'll run over about
Dan
5 people and
Jones.
set that up. Dan Jones, the Welshman.
Yeah, he's. I like that kid. He's got a brother that plays with the Varks too, doesn't he, Carl?
I don't
As
know.
this
They're both
ball's
from South Africa.
offloaded.
They played
No,
in our
no,
union
he's from
They've
also.
got the
Wales.
overload right now.
Not Dan Jones, is he?
Yeah, Jones is
Okay,
from
I'm
Wales,
sorry.
yeah.
And the overload is stopped. And we see this time they're not going to have that fullback problem as they've got both Christian and Cordial out here. And the run, Jones gets the grab, Cordial
Playing
dancing
aggressive.
around.
Yep, he's got another jersey.
And
Now
that
he
was
needs to get back in position.
Eon Yarberry who took it to the touch there. And they sent it out to Sergio Villarreal.
We got momentum on the Highlander side of this game, and we
Cody's
need to be
got the
careful
ball,
with
the
it.
offload. Ooh,
Oh, with
Chad.
his head like he's an NFL
that-
and
running
intercepted there.
Chad Woody
Running
Berryman
with it
on there.
now.
back. And he's
Believe
got
that's
wheels. It's going all the
Schultz.
way.
Nick Schultz
Oh, I
beating
thought he
there
had
on the
that.
edge, but offloaded there
That,
and just driving through. Tough
He's
battle.
isolated,
Nice,
though.
nice,
Are they
yeah,
going to be
he's-
able to retain
but
it?
they
They
did
do.
retain
They
it.
do.
They did.
This
Let's see,
one
they're
to
on the
Christian.
Look at this. Oh.
Nice.
Look at that. There's
Nice.
Cardial is open. Is he going to give it to him? Yes.
He is, but not
Maybe
well.
too late.
Cardial does those little sweep moves. He sends
What
it back
was
to the
that?
line, but a little bit
Prop.
far
On the head.
Jacob
What do they
Lynch.
got?
Got a whistle.
for
Offside.
offsides.
Penalty to the Aardvarks, and they had momentum. I wish he hadn't called that.
And he's going to send it out wide.
Jones.
There's Jones.
And a finishing wing?
Maybe.
Boom! Jones clears him out.
If he can put it down, and it looks like he does. Oh, Cardial with the drop.
Went backwards. He's in.
Yes.
That's a try.
And Mateo Cardial
Try.
puts
Try.
them on the board with a helping hand there from Mike Edmonds.
Jones out on the outside. Oh, my goodness. That was nice.
That's what you like to see out of those.
A number 8 supporting
Yeah.
like that, that's brilliant. That's brilliant.
On the offensive side, dropping back into the wing and getting some of those hard yards, eating up a couple of tacklers.
He actually played on our union team that we took to Arizona. That Dan Jones guy.
Yo, man, he's
Yeah,
something, man. I like it.
We actually, just in the couple of practices we had,
Look at his lower body, man. Good God.
he's a good
He's
leader.
a horse, man.
He's a good leader. He's very positive and vocal.
At Christmas time, he pulls the Budweiser, what do you call that thing with the Clydesdales?
Yeah.
He pulls the beer wagon.
Well, Christian Sitabaka right now.
Got a hard kick.
It is the toughest kick on the conversion side.
Christian's a good player. He's been with the Bark for a while.
Long time.
Well, luckily in this case, he's right-footed. Make the kick just a tad easier than if it was on the opposite side. That kick is up. It's got the distance.
It's got the line.
That's
he got
good.
it. He got it.
Sitabaka with a tying score, so now the score is tied at 7. Aardvarks will be getting the ball back now.
Beautiful, Christian. World-class kick right there. World-class kick.
So, The momentum swing, two evenly matched squads right now.
7-7, playing a great game of rugby, both teams.
Yeah, and for the Aardvarks, they've had those big bursting plays have allowed them to get deep into enemy territories. This one goes up,
Dan
and it's going
Jones
to be
takes
caught
it.
by
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
Mateo. Oh,
Number
it is
14.
instead intercepted.
No, it was taken away from Jones in the
in the ruck.
And Yarberry taking
Jones
it, and
is
Jones
making
with
up
the
for it
tackle.
now. Got him isolated.
Yarberry sets it back. And they're just trying to find some room there. That's Jeff Westbrook, the try scorer. And they're driving through right now, but not quite in time. A little pop kick there
Mateo
by Chad
perfectly
Woody.
positioned. We got a penalty.
And it was Chad Woody with the kick. An offside is what we're hearing right now from the ref.
Early in this match, we have a couple of players grabbing some air.
Well, this is the end of a long tournament, and they did play matches this morning.
Oh,
As that one goes out
that
into
went
the
out
try
of the
zone.
out inside the try zone.
Should be 22.
Yeah.
So
The referee got some instructions. I'm sorry, some of them from me.
well, he will set them out. So now the Varks will be kicking the ball
Aren't we
on the 22.
considered, first-class assistants?
Yeah. Sorry.
Our experts here in the booth, the officiating experts.
There's a slight bit of patronage being played to the Aardvarks here. I apologize.
And the little fake there by John, and now Sidabaya or Sidabaka, can't quite tell which.
Sorry.
Looks like Sidabaka, but.
John gets into guys' heads. You watch him, he's pretty good.
And this one, a nice kick out into space.
There we go.
And goes out of bounds. It did roll first, so there's no problem with that. Highlanders. Right now, Sergio
both these
Villarreal.
teams are kind of still filling each other out. A good coach team usually likes to probe in the first 10 minutes to find out where the soft spots are.
Yeah, lots of tactical play. I like it.
So
Shows rugby
Villarreal now.
smarts.
Villarreal sets up. We see the jump, and Jones
Nice
is too
take.
late. So
Well,
this
fair
one now
took
heading
that.
out to the line.
Back
A little
inside,
switch
knock
inside leads to
forward.
a knock.
Aardvarks got it, and that's Christian coming through.
And that
Nicely
ball's
done.
loose in the back. I think we're going to have two knock forwards, so scrum down to Albuquerque. Or he's just ending the advantage. Either
Yeah.
way.
First knock, I think, took it.
There were several infractions there, I think, including the Aardvarks having the third one, which would have been coming over the top and leaving your feet.
Well,
But
he
they called
definitely.
the first knock on.
They don't call that unless the Aardvarks are playing El Paso.
Well, right now we're going to see Schultz with the ball again.
We've got Carl Hawkins here, a former Aardvark, and myself, an El Paso Scorpion.
Probably the most storied rivalry of the Rio Grande Union
Right
there.
now the
Without a
Highlanders
doubt.
poached this one, and that's being taken around, looking for some room there.
Did you lose it?
Yep.
Jones brutalizing people there.
Hey, Karen, we lost that paper.
And right now they're shooting forward now.
Highlanders moving. Got a tactical kick into open space with chasers. Aardvarks
right
are there.
It's picked up there, saved 15-15 as Cardial now has the ball.
Nice play by Mike out there on the outside, giving the ball to Cardial and giving him an opportunity to get a clearing kick.
Nice
quick line
throw
out,
in. Nicely done.
changing
Catch
the entire
Aardvarks
field.
up.
Oh!
That's a heart-stopping tackle.
That's Jones waiting for him.
And this ball squeezes
Oh!
out. Oh,
Knocked forward.
that would have been beautiful. That was Joe McDonald.
Play on
He's
here.
definitely playing the advantage here.
Oh,
There's
look at
Jones
that
again.
blow up by Jones. 8-on-8 action there as Nick Jones was blowing off Cody the 8-man.
Legitimate legal play, clearing out.
The bumps and bruises are accumulating.
Well, just discussing it with the players right now, making sure that everything's all clean and clear. So we're going to play the knock forward there by Joe McDonald. And the Aardvarks now playing a defensive scrum. That will be their first defensive one of the game, the third scrum total.
Playing a lot of ball on this side of the field.
Yep.
So Josh Slater now holds onto the rugby ball.
Wonderful game of rugby so far.
Yes, sir. Nice.
And just slips to the back. Slater sends this one out.
Skip pass to a big inside center.
That's Michael
Back
Beckins.
to the fly half, making the turn.
They got
Out
some
maybe
space
to the
out
fullback.
there.
That's
Oh.
Brooke Pennick.
Got a
And
one-on-one
Pennick sends it
going
off
here.
to
Get
Rocco.
him low, Mateo.
Mateo tripped him. That's a penalty.
It doesn't matter because it is a try. So Rocco Pitravolter. And so Rocco, he's got the second try for the Highlanders, bringing
Marty,
our
that's
score
horrible.
up to 12. Pending the conversion, and this is another one of those tough sideline kicks.
Those
And we'll see if
coffin corner
Welfare has
kicks.
the ability on this one.
What is that, a lock? That's a big guy kicking it.
You know
That
who he
is
is,
number
right?
4.
You remember Greg Welfare?
Yeah,
We played against that guy in our union teams when he played for Colorado area touring side.
yeah.
I got a good story about him in Aspen.
I don't know if you can tell that on the air.
It's not nasty.
Well, either way, Welfare getting set for this one.
I don't like the way that the, or I guess the Highlanders must like the way that their backs are slicing through, the Aardvark backs. Aardvarks aren't liking that, that's for sure.
It's been
Nor
very
the
effective.
fans. Yeah, that's they're breaking through.
Welfare's kick is going to be offline and short, so that'll leave our score at 12 for the Denver Highlanders and still 7 for the Albuquerque Aardvarks.
So is Welfare a break, a wing forward? What's his
He
number?
is a lock.
He's
Yeah,
a lock.
a lock.
So now the Aardvarks will have to kick it back to Denver. And like you're saying, Carl, you're going to they need to find some way to tighten up this defensive line. They've had overloads this entire game. And if it wasn't for some clever play and some choices to not make passes, this game might be a little bit different right now.
Well, it's still a close game, one score. Come on.
I'm sure we're going to see a few more with these two teams.
Yeah.
Nice take. Not necessarily a fundamentally good one, but looks like he's moving the ball back in the ruck.
Oh, we got a turnover.
Uh-oh.
Aardvarks have rucked over. They
Yeah.
got the ball.
And they're on the attack.
That's a pick and go.
And the ball's loose and bouncing around. I don't know who's got it.
It's a penalty on the Aardvarks for entering from the side. So now the Highlanders will have it.
Probably
it's
gonna
long
go for
arm,
a
so-
long touch if they're smart.
That wing needs to get in position. There he goes.
And so
Mateo's
this
got
kick
the
right now, that's
sideline.
going to be Cody.
There's two Codys.
There is the 8 and the 10. No last names.
The coach didn't
Kind
know
of like
their last
Madonna. And Cordial catches that ball, so that's a break for the Aardvarks.
name. The coach didn't know the kids' last names.
And we just see Cordial shooting out here to the outside and
Bad
misses
pass
that
to
pass.
John and a knock on.
Knock on by John,
I don't think
but
he's,
still cleaned up there.
he's not going to call
Hasn't
it.
And
called it.
Edmonds now has the ball as supports coming in, so the Aardvarks were able to buy themselves just enough time. And
Nice
now
ruck
taken
by
forward
John
by Jerome Bustas.
Yep.
Right now the Highlanders pushing for that counter ruck, trying to get the ball, but Aardvarks are able to hold it back to the back. We'll see what is called here as the whistle blows. Diving over the ruck. Or maybe knock forward, because it is going to be a scrum down now. It's a little
Looks like
tougher to
it's
see the
gonna be
ref when he's behind those big first rows of the Highlanders.
Nick Schultz is fixing to put the ball into the scrum for the Aardvarks.
And if you're the Varks, do you go weak side? Do you go strong side? Send
I
it
like
out to the
weak
backs?
right now, kinda. They see that the winger from the Highlanders is moving the guy over number 10 behind the scrum for help.
Oh,
Should
you
they
don't
do
want to end
attack
up
weak.
one-on-one with Dan Jones. And right now this comes back to the back line.
Christian
Nice
Booted away by
clearing
Christian
kick.
Sidabaka. And being
Under.
chased now by Brooke Pennick. Pennick finally
A
gets
lot
the
of
ball.
walking early in the game. Oh,
Pennick sends it out of bounds within his own 22, so it'll be a spot, correct?
where it went out.
right.
He was behind his 22. And the touch judges marked it appropriately.
lot of guys walking already. There's been a lot of rugby played this weekend.
Yeah.
This is probably the 5th game for both teams. Both of them played earlier this morning, by the way.
And,
Queen
Looks like
City
the
and,
referee is the referee's trying to let the touch judge know. It looked like he's trying to send it to the other direction.
send what?
Interesting.
It's
The
an
touch
Aardvark
judge
ball.
just had it.
Not only have these two teams played a lot of rugby the last couple of days, they were in the bar a long time last night. I was with them.
Well, hopefully that won't affect their game as we see Jones go up for it, and Jones receives it to Schultz. Schultz out to Christian. The
Nice move
fake
by
dummy,
Christian.
and he's just got some space. Tries to throw it off. No dice. Instead now being taken forward by not sure who. I believe that's
Nice
Elias.
Ball's out. John's got it.
John
Driving.
dancing through.
Nice pass. Nice offload.
Cordial
This
out
is-
there to the outside.
Forward pass.
Oh. Mateo
Drive killers there.
Cardial needs to relax a little bit and slow it down on his passes. He's
True.
already played some dominant action here, but
Those passes
Yeah.
have been a little bit wayward so far. I think that's at least the third one that's really gone awry.
I agree.
Looks like the wing on the other side over there, Mike, got into a little scuffle. He needs to clean it up because the referees are going to take no umbrage today. There was a problem in the earlier game between Queen City and the Highlanders. It got called
called
early. So
Those two teams don't like each other. They have a history that's about 45 years old too, huh?
well, they were sort of jocular about it after it happened, but the referee in that game couldn't keep it under control.
Nope.
I'm not sure exactly what happened. I didn't see the game, but
I got a full
Ball
report
fed
on
in by Josh
from the
Slater.
Referee Society. They
here we go. Highlanders have won their ball.
And this is going to be picked up by Cody,
He's
the
going
8-man.
weak.
They're going weak. And now they're coming back. They're staying on that
Nice, yeah.
side.
That's a shot to the wing, Chad Woody.
Out of
And
bounds.
out of bounds.
in the touch should be the Varks throw in.
I'll tell you that Cardial gets that last pass done. There have been a couple of opportunities that
That have been
that
tough
one
for
to,
him.
The one to John, two to John, one forward and one. Well, there were two forward passes and one that was bouncing. So
Right.
they're really close to breaking it here. And look at that, Jones.
And Christian
missed.
now with the ball. Will offload it to John.
No, John didn't get
Oop,
that.
sorry.
He's still out. Got another penalty.
It's tough to see those numbers. They've all got jumbled up numbers out there. Some
It's,
people,
it really clashes with their colors.
indeed. Plus, they've got at least two 15s out on the field. A couple of 11s, I think.
Who does?
The
Aardvarks?
Aardvarks.
I thought they had all their numbers lined up.
They've got a couple out there. And they will be kicking for touch on this penalty.
No, they'll be kicking for points.
Kicking for points, that's what I meant to say. Thank you, Carl.
And if the
Is that Christian?
That
that's
is.
Christian, better be Christian after that last kick he made.
So that's probably about on the 22 or so. The kind of kick you'd hope to make here to get them a little bit closer. A successful penalty kick here will put them within 2.
Anybody's game at this point.
Absolutely.
And that ball's up.
And good.
Nice.
Has the line, and that is now 10 points for the Albuquerque Aardvarks, down by 2 to the Denver Highlanders. And so back and forth scoring for this game already. Both teams have scored twice.
Aardvarks. Denver Highlanders 12, Aardvarks 10. That was a successful
Hey, turn that thing off, Marty. You're drowning out the broadcast. You're killing us.
So now the Highlanders will kick off to the Aardvarks. Definitely
Beautiful
goes,
kick.
goes
Nice.
10. And
Oh.
the Highlanders were the only ones there to play it, but they knocked it forward. So right now,
So
the Aardvarks will
Gino
take a
Bustos
scrum down.
should have had that ball. He totally misjudged that on number 5.
As the coach said, you call it, you catch it, and they can't just all stand around and look at it like they're the Colorado Rockies.
Colorado Rockies will look at it.
I've seen them a couple of times let the ball fall between 3 different guys.
Where do the Rockies play rugby?
On TV.
Yeah. So.
Nice drive by the Highlander pack.
And it's underneath Jones. And right now, it's fed out. Christian pops it up.
Fullback's got it on the counter.
So
He's
Brooke
coming
Pennick
wide.
is
There's
heading
a lot of
forward.
space out there. He's got some room.
And
Goes
he
back
offloads
inside.
that one to Aaron Britt. Now they're swinging it
wide,
out
back
again.
to the forwards.
Cody. Cody is a big man.
Oh,
And he's going to offload that one. Aaron Britt.
Touch.
Oh. That might not have been touch.
Yeah. The inside line is touch.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Sorry.
And a player shaken up right now. And apologize, that was Jeff Westbrook on the run. Westbrook had the first try of the game.
It's number 11 is down, the winger on this side.
I think when he made
Mike
that tackle,
Edmonds.
He got crushed.
His knees and head kind of introduced himself to the
He
Opposing
got
side.
introduced to a number 8 rumbling is what he did.
Well, he's back up. That's Mike Edmonds, I believe. That's what we have for number 11. On the far side, we've got the other winger. That could be Mike Edmonds, and this close one could be Joe McDonald.
Yeah, that's Joe McDonald's. Mike Edmonds is on the far side.
Let me change these real quick because Mike's wearing number 15.
Yep.
And right now, Westbrook
He's
gets
rumbling,
his second
tumbling.
try of the game.
Got it.
That was a terrible,
Throw in.
terrible defense by the Aardvarks. Just let them come right through them.
You know, it
So-
didn't hit their mark on their call. That missed their jumper and went deep, and there was nobody back there.
Yeah.
And,
Their throw in, lost for a try. My goodness.
Jeff Westbrook on the score sheet for a second time today. He's got 10 points on 2 tries.
This is so unusual to watch a second row kick for points, isn't it?
It
Hilarious. Never seen this anywhere else. Have you? I don't know if I've
I
ever
don't
watched
think I
this.
ever have either. I've seen a couple of flankers.
Lord knows we've watched enough games and been in enough games.
Yeah.
Well, Welfare's got that big boot for them, so
Oh
you
yeah,
have to keep
I mean,
trusting in him.
you better believe it. If you can kick it, doesn't matter what number you got on.
Well, and Locks have those big, long legs.
That
Gets
doesn't
lots
help.
of. No, you don't think so?
No.
He got it.
Well, it helped him as he puts
No,
2
he's
more on
good.
the.
He's good.
2 more on the score sheet. So now it is 19 for the Denver Highlanders and 10.
I think
For
Carl's
the
thinking
Albuquerque
of the
Aardvarks.
geometry of those big legs. The fulcrum.
Well, you can create more force.
That's
you
Aaron, man.
Send
he's,
it out.
He's a scientist. He's a philosopher.
Oh man, I wouldn't call philosophy and science anywhere close. I didn't take math, so. So now the Highlanders up by 9 points, as we will see Christian kicking it back to them.
And that is one of the beauties of the game of rugby. And you score, you get the ball right back. Not a bad reason.
That
Pop
is
it
a
up.
good kick.
Nice.
Jones tries to
knocks
get it.
forward.
So the Highlanders on the advantage.
And going weak.
Pick
Oh.
and go.
I think the advantage is over.
Jones got back up after making that mistake, didn't he? Highlanders still have it.
And they're going to swing it to their back line.
Way out
This is
wide.
where the money is. That was their number 10, Cody. And he's going to blow it dead. Is that for that? No, it's for an offside.
I believe-
Interesting. I missed that.
That was the winger that made that tackle, number 11.
Well, good to see that Joe McDonald is up and going.
Yeah. Got ourselves set up for a nice kick coverage.
And he boots that ball out.
Mike keeps it. Oh, he goes out of bounds.
He did step into touch. Well, it's starting to warm up here today too. That ought to
Mike
affect-
is the wing on that far side. What's his last name? Mike
Edmonds.
Mike Edmonds he's fairly new to the game. With a little experience, he'll know to let those go out so you can retain possession, not catch it on the sideline.
Good
Or
point.
tap it in.
That would have been a better move to let it go right out.
Yeah. That's okay.
And Jones contests this one. So Schultz has the ball, and the
he's
ball
gathering
drops
a
to the
crowd.
ground. They'll send it out to the lock. That's Dustin Soflin.
Soflin makes the gain line, sets things up. Everything looks very good.
Christian now with the ball. Christian kicking to space.
And that's
Nice.
a
Being
beautiful
chased
kick
by
to
Pennick.
space. What a good tactical kick.
And you see McDonald's out here. He's chasing Pennick now.
And here comes
And John was. And that is our half. At the half, the score 10 for the Albuquerque Aardvarks and 19 for the Denver Highlanders. We'll have the second half of this championship match in just a moment, folks. Stick around. Welcome back to USS Bullhead Park as we're revisiting Highway 61 right now and getting ready for the second half of this championship match. 30-minute halves, I believe, as the Highlanders and the Aardvarks swap sides.
That's
and
right.
now the Highlanders moving from the left to the right in their black and red striped jerseys, white shorts. The Aardvarks wearing their red and gray trimmed jerseys. Black shorts, black socks.
The coaches for these teams is
It's the inside line.
Adam
They're gonna
Price
call
is the coach for the
inside line.
Highlanders, and then we've got Demetrio
Cardial.
Cordial is the Aardvarks coach. And Demetrio coached the Los Alamos Nukes championship high school team this year, so he's looking to get his second championship in a row. As everybody stood around and watched that one fall,
But Jonesy's after it.
Dan Jones trying to get the ball, trying to kick it.
He was playing a little soccer there and took it way down to the 10-yard line.
Well, the Highlanders going to probably clear this. That was Brooke Pennick.
Mateo's back
Cardial
there.
waiting under
Yep,
it.
Nicely taken.
He's going to put it up, I
Surveying the
think.
field.
Nope. He's just
And
running
making-
through.
oh,
him.
he got it.
Cardial is just slicing. He's a small guy, so it's really, just
He got
taken out of his
stripped.
hands. Now Cody's running with it.
Cardial takes Cody down.
Yeah.
Get back, Cardial. Get back.
Ooh, that's that big lock, the welfare.
Welfare is a horse.
And up close, I didn't know a man could be that big, as they're going to get a penalty for not rolling away these Aardvarks.
Here we go. The Aardvarks aren't looking. And the ball started. Oh, okay.
Well,
And missed the mark.
referee didn't like that one, so we'll try again. And he'll just kick for touch right now. That's the other Cody. And that was a good one. He's going to move them to probably about 30 meters from the try line. A little bit more. And the Highlanders set up to throw the ball in. They lost their last line out
Yes.
as Dan Jones had poached it.
Look at that inside center for the Highlanders, man. That guy is big.
beastly.
Looks like a prop to me. What's he doing out there?
That's Michael Beckins.
Michael Becken.
And he's, I think the Brujos run a similar look as this one goes to the 4-hole but misses, and instead taken by Robert Robinson.
New Mexico Brujos have a guy like that on the inside?
Yeah, you remember Milagro Padilla?
Oh, yeah.
Coming
Those
in
big-
over the top. The Varks have the ball.
And so now they will get the ball and kick it, probably straight to us.
Yep.
Goes Christian. Let's see what he does.
And
not
out of
not
bounds.
his best kick, but we'll take it.
Buys himself about 15 meters or so. On the other side of the 50-meter line now, that's what matters.
This wing over here on this side for the Highlanders is quite a
Pretty beastly.
big
looking
dude,
guy,
too.
yeah.
That's Rocco. And Rocco had that try earlier on.
Yeah, he's not
Looks
the
a
kind of
little
wing you
physical.
want to be playing against my size.
Now this ball is going to be fed in by Nick Schultz. And
Nice
Schultz
take.
on that same end-around tactic that we saw from the Black Ice team last night.
So
And
Aardvarks
lost
sloppy.
forward, so theirs was not as clean. Schultz was supposed to spin around and be a little bit quicker, but they got held up, and as a result, the ball is fumbled.
They actually were running a scissor play there that didn't work.
I
Yeah,
like
that
it,
center was coming inside pretty hard. It would have been pretty nice if he would have handled the ball.
I like the way the scrum half throws the ball and it comes around and takes it off the top.
Yeah.
It almost immediately gives you an overload.
And Slater now holding that ball as Schultz heads to the other side.
Here we go.
And
Looks
so
like they're coming weak to me.
Yeah.
They're
Slater's
coming
got
weak,
it. They
and
send
the
it out.
Aardvarks aren't responding. Yeah,
And
they-
there's that big inside center you were talking about.
there's
now
that
to the
big
wing.
winger.
And there's Rocco. Rocco is out of
Right.
bounds according to the touch judge.
That's good.
For the Varks, yeah.
Lucky for them on that one because, as we just saw, Rocco has a big size advantage over Cordial. And he was about to knock him out.
Well, Rocco is a wing.
Yes, sir.
Most people have a size advantage on Cardial. I think he might be the smallest guy on the field. He doesn't play small, though.
No, not at all. Well, when he's running with that ball, he's very small. Tough to get a hand on him. That's how he's always slicing through.
To me, that's large. If you slice through that like that, that's large.
So right now we will come for the scrum down as the ball was not straight, so the Highlanders will feed this one in.
I don't know why Mike can't handle his opposite.
Talking Mike
He's
on that
having a
far side.
Hard time. Ball's in, back at the 8 feet, looks good.
And
Scrum half's digging it out.
they're going to send it out here, Cody. To that wing beckons. They're swinging it out now.
Got some space out there.
They got to overload.
Ooh.
But John takes him down hard.
And that's what they needed, too. Ooh, penalty.
Let's have a clearing kick, Christian.
Yes.
Get it down there.
Couldn't quite see because he's facing the other direction what just happened. Oh, not releasing the ball. So the Varks have an opportunity to get themselves some breathing room now.
Christian
That's
puts that one
offense
away.
right there.
That's
not breathing room. That's offense.
Yeah.
all the way over to about the 24-meter line. And they're going to hope that this line-out works out for them. The last one led to a turnover.
Well, it is a great day here today. I'd like to bring up the fact that the MCM Elegante Hotel is the High Desert Classics Rugby Hotel and headquarters. Fine accommodations, fine food, great service. Couldn't find a better place to stay. They've always been a big ally with the rugby clubs in Albuquerque.
And they hosted all the clubs last night for the social. As we see
Yes.
them go up, Jones slaps it back.
They
And
do
now it's going
high
to be taken
school
forward by
stuff and all
Jacob
kinds of
Lynch.
things.
Lynch.
It's sportsman's paradise over
It
there
is.
at the Elegante.
They all sports.
And
Nice counter.
the counter ruck. This one's going to, they're trying to find out what to do with it. That was the lock, Dustin Soflin, or the
Lock
flanker.
did what he's supposed to
Flanker.
do.
Yeah.
He turned it upfield, and look, they got
North
a
and
penalty.
south.
This could be kickable. Is he going to take a kick?
And because of some cynical play there, they're going to move the ball forward. Is that what he's signaling
think
right
That's
now?
what he did
exactly
was
right.
He took the ball and threw it backwards.
Yeah, to give his team some time to
We
set
got an
up.
injured
so.
player coming off over here for the Highlanders. Shoulder, it looks like. Shoulder or arm.
He doesn't look comfortable.
Game is stopped.
Well, he's got the doctor looking at him, Chad Woody Berryman.
And I believe that is their number 2, Sergio Villarreal.
Well, the medical person is out there, and the other player from the Highlanders there is an emergency room doctor, Chad Berryman.
Never like to see a
fullback?
shoulder come out.
Oh, the guy in the green
Oof.
shoes.
He's
Played
holding.
yeah?
with Horny Toads for a while.
Yeah.
Played with the Varks a few times. And today he's wearing the Highlander colors.
Well, he's coming off slowly with a shoulder right now. Certainly, he's using his jersey for a sling.
Who's that?
Believe it's Villarreal. We'll get an opportunity, but the sub in right now is Dan Grenmeyer.
Is it his arm or his shoulder?
I think it's a shoulder.
He's holding it like a sling, and now we see Dan Jones
That's a
shooting forward.
number 3 is what he has on. So
He looks the size of a lock, so they
Whoa.
might swap
Christian
somebody in.
got away with that one. Did you see that, Carl?
yeah.
I believe that was John who just ran
Yep.
it forward.
You're right.
Now Christian swings it out wide to Mike.
No.
Mike back to Cordial. Cordial taken down high.
Once again, the rule is if a player ducks, it can still be ruled a high dangerous tackle. So ducking doesn't save the tackler.
No, and
Nice pass, Mike.
as a result, now we see Schultz with the ball. He'll offload it to Dan Jones.
Jones close to the goal line has one mission.
Highlanders are calling their people out. The Varks are in control.
And they'll send it back
Out
to Christian.
Oh,
The ball's lost but picked up. And a knock forward. Nope. They'll swing it off to Mike
Yeah!
Edmonds.
nicely
And Mike
done.
Edmonds with the try. Oh, a forward pass is what they're going to call here. So a scrum down for the Highlanders.
I thought that was a pretty pass.
Well, the referee thought it was a pretty forward pass.
Well,
So now the
he's
Highlanders.
pretty right.
Christian made that pass, and he is upset.
That was bullshit. Oh, excuse
Oop.
me.
So the Highlanders now going to scrum down. They have subbed in a new man for their number 2. Not sure who moved inside because it's not that big number 3 that we saw come into the game.
They're going to try and kick it out of bounds over here, Mike. Keep it in.
And Carl
Come from
coaching
outside
Mike a
in.
little bit there. And it is going to be taken by the Highlanders. And it goes to the other side. All the way
Nice
over.
spot that he picked. Mateo's on the attack. Cardial slips through the
Cardial
first tackle.
slides through.
He's got some space
He's
out
got to
there.
be
Help him
last
out.
man. And we see Joe McDonald heading in to protect it. The Highlanders running around the edge. So that's going to be a
Yeah, something.
offside.
I can't believe that number 11. Is that McDonald?
And that's another one. Not back 10.
Joe McDonald did not support at all, and Cardial set him up for a walk-in,
yes.
walk-in try, and he wasn't with him. That was
Mateo Cardial has
Quick
had
tap.
a good game today.
Dan Jones
No
now
kidding.
with the ball.
Can they stop him?
doing
He's
what a
going,
big
he's going,
number
he's
8
running
does.
for it. He got it.
That is a try for Dan Jones.
What did I say?
And that's going to be 15 points now for the Albuquerque Aardvarks.
Under the post, so Christian should
You,
have
you give the big Welshman 5 meters out from the try line, you give him the ball, holy mackerel, you're not keeping him out.
Well, Jones gets them a little bit closer as this score is now 15, but with the conversion, they'll still be behind. Plenty of time left here to play, though. We're likely on the early side of this half. As Christian gets it set. Pretty easy kick so far compared to the ones that we've seen him make.
He's made some tough ones today.
Did Christian play for UNM at one point?
I actually think he's played for the Varks and the Brujos back and forth.
And now that one's good.
But he didn't go to University of New Mexico?
I couldn't answer that. I don't know, but he's got Brujo socks on.
No, those are black and white,
You're
not blue.
colorblind.
You are colorblind, aren't you?
One of us is.
Could be both.
So then what color do you say they are?
I see black. I can't tell from here, though.
That's a smart man. Stick with me, buddy.
Well, so now with that conversion, the score is going to be 17 for the Albuquerque Aardvarks, 19 for the Denver Highlanders, and the Highlanders will kick this one back to the Aardvarks.
A fitting final to the High Desert Classic
Very good one.
Senior Men's Division.
And
Always
right now,
has been a great final in the High Desert Classic for 45 years.
Michael
Say, Carl?
Beckins kicks this ball up. Varks can't control it. And this one's now fed out to the line. Intercepted.
What did they give there?
And it was for the knock forward
Oh,
that
they
on
took
the
it all the way
kick.
back to the knock-on.
That would have been a huge one for Jacob Barrett if he would have been able to keep moving with it.
I wonder if Jacob can run that far.
Well, Brooke Pennick would have had to take him on one-on-one. Instead, we see a scrum down, so it'll be 8-on-8.
Brooks pretty fast, but he would have he would have got punished making that tackle. I
He was
think.
out of the blocks fast.
He was
though.
out of the blocks, wasn't he?
So the put in now by Josh Slater. Hooked
8
cleanly.
Highland
Going to be
Cody.
taken by Cody. Cody sends it off to the far side wing. That's Eon Yarberry.
And that was Schultz taking down Cody. I like to see that.
Schultz is
And
a
they'll
savvy
feed it out
physical
now.
little guy.
They'll send it back to Cody.
Here
Cody
we
skips
go.
it out here to
Come
Brooke
up, come up,
Pennick.
Come up, Mateo.
And 2 men make that tackle.
Where's Mike at? There he is.
And the ball on the ground.
John.
Counter-rucking right now. A penalty for, looks like hands in the ruck or something. And a little bit of jostling there.
Schultz taking after his daddy.
Well, one of the
I like
Highlander players, that's Rocco. Rocco's coming off a little bit slow, might be an ankle.
Oh, no. Highlanders can't afford to lose Rocco.
And that ball kicked out, so it'll be a 5-meter throw-in right now.
Yep.
And we have a substitution. Rocco's coming off.
Highlanders are having a little attrition here, aren't they?
Yes,
Two
and
very important players
I
coming
would
off.
look for a line-out call here that allows them to have a nice maul. It looks like they're loading up the numbers in the line-out just to do that.
So the replacement is number 21. We don't have his name on here, so. Oh, that is Jesus.
Who's our cameraman?
Our cameraman today is Josh Luna. Our producer is William Powell. We're watching the High Desert Classic Men's Division Final. The Highlanders trying to bang this ball forward. The
Tough
Aardvarks
defense by the Aardvarks.
trying to create a wall and just knocked down.
Oh, I think he got it.
He got it.
And that is a try.
Can you unplug that thing or something? Who turned it on?
So, as a result now, the score is going to move up to 24 for the Denver Highlanders. And I believe it was Welfare who made that pass. And I apologize, Josh Luna is our cameraman yesterday. Christian Molina is our cameraman today.
Ah, Christian.
Doing a good job, Christian. Thank you.
And right now, Welfare, he's going to attempt to kick in his own try.
I think he's got some chicken fingers up there. He needs to pass some down.
Well, Welfare.
This could maybe put it out of reach and make it a two-score game.
And that one misses.
No, it doesn't.
So Welfare misses his third straight conversion.
Still within a score, a conversion.
It's now 24-17.
A try with a conversion ties it up for the Varks. Let's see what they can do.
So we got a new wing over here, number 23. Who is that?
That is Mark Glide.
Mark Glide on the wing. So that's his second replacement for the.
It's the inside one.
And now we see Christian getting ready to kick this one back to the Highlanders.
Nice high kick. Let's see what the Varks can do with
Welfare's
this.
going to
Welfare
get it,
hauls
and
it
he's
in.
taken down to the ground. The Varks attempt the counter ruck, but the Highlanders strong on that one. They'll send it out here.
Nicely done.
And there's Glide right there. And now Cordial trying to escape. Mark Glide tries to get his feet, but Cordial, impossible to touch.
Boy, he's a little Houdini.
Finally
today.
goes down.
He is a Houdini. I like the name. I like the name. That'll stick.
I believe he picked up 40 meters on that run.
Houdini.
He
Houdini
is an
Cardial.
And diving over on the Aardvarks, so the Highlanders are going to get this ball back.
Yeah.
That was
Cardial has done some
Jacob
really
Barrett.
Sweet things today with that ball. He's smooth.
A strong, and I believe we've seen him play a little bit of scrum half too,
He
when
has played some scrum half.
when they
He played
didn't
a few
have
games yesterday.
Schultz.
I'll tell you what, man. I could build a sevens team around that guy.
Would not be the first Aardvark playing sevens at a high level. And so now we see the kick out by Cody.
Nice.
It's a long one.
Perfect. Probably that's their put in, that's their throw in, so it's looks
On
like
the
about a
5-meter line.
So once again, the Highlanders find himself down here in attacking range, and the pressure's on the Varks. And what are they going to do? I noticed the last time I thought maybe the Highlanders would have tried to maul that close in off a line out, but they didn't.
Well, Jesus is going to try and toss this one in, hoping for his team to catch it.
You're talking about a rolling maul there? Kind of
Rolling
like keep it moving.
Yeah, drive it right into the try zone. And
Yeah, then they ended
Fall
up
down.
rucking it right away and then
Yeah.
sneaking them around the ruck. So.
yeah, they scored anyway.
Look at that,
Jones
Jones
contests it. And the referee blows it dead. It'll be
Penalty to
Aardvark
Aardvark.
ball. So Dan Jones sends it off there. Believe that's Barrett.
Nice ruck. Who cleaned that out? That was a beautiful clean out.
And the
Better
referee's
than that.
going to blow this one dead.
He didn't
high
like it.
tackle.
Number
And they'll
21
just
for
give
the
it.
Highlanders got cleaned out of that ruck, and he didn't like it, but it was a nice play.
And now Christian with the ball in hand, he's going to kick for touch. Please don't kick me. Coming straight towards us. And just avoids hitting Marty Watts with that kick. So now they are going to have the ball here on the just past the 10-meter line, as Carl Hawkins calls it.
I like to see you coming around.
So
Okay,
now,
that's number 3 is Fritz from New Mexico Tech. That's one of their substitutes that came in. And this guy's the scrum half for New Mexico Tech. So the Highlanders are digging deep for substitutes.
so Schultz with the throw-in, not straight. Is that what we're going to see here? Yeah, scrum down. So the Highlanders now, they will scrum themselves. They will hope scrum themselves out of this jam. Put themselves back on the Aardvark sideline, or side, I should say. Another scrum down. The Locks get their heads in there.
Both these scrums are really, really low.
The scrum down is now set.
They know what they're doing.
Fed in there.
Aardvarks turning
And
out.
Nice.
we see Slater took the ball.
Didn't like the stiff arm.
No wrapping.
Oh, no
Penalty.
wrapping.
And that's one of the big differences here in rugby versus American football is when you tackle, you have to be wrapping. You can't just throw a shoulder around. Just not safe. So now Cody's going to boot this ball
Cardiel's
straight
got it.
to
Mike.
Mike.
Let's see Mike go. Come on, Mike.
And Mike
Get around
dodging
that
one
corner,
man.
Mike. Oh.
And he sends it to nobody.
Not
And
a
Cardial
good
finally gets it.
rugby judgment move.
And Cardial,
He does it again.
impossible to catch.
Oh.
Another high
Oh.
tackle. Eventually, that's got to be a card. That's their third high tackle in this half alone.
Mike, he can't do anything, but he is.
No retaliation, son.
Stop
Keep
it.
it cool.
Stop it.
Just trying to calm everybody down now. The referee, he's got the Aardvarks captain. That's Schultz, and he's going to bring out Welfare, the Denver Highlanders captain as well.
I'll tell you what, if we can get, Mike gets a little bit of experience in playing rugby and get some time under Coach Cardial's tutelage, he'll know what to do with that ball.
Well, and you could see he had more of the football sense to it because he was going sideways instead of north and south.
One of the hardest things to teach an American football player in rugby is stay north and south.
Yeah.
So Christian's going to tap and go. Send it out wide. Miss on that pass, but still picked up by Joe.
Nice.
And Joe's trying to find
Back
some
in.
room.
Denver
The
has
Highlanders
ball
have taken it.
on a bad pass by the winger, I think, from the Aardvarks on that far side. Nice take on a pass by Welfare.
And Pennick with the ball.
Fullback
Brooks
all the
goes
way
down.
out. No fullback here if we can get the ball back.
I think they got
They're
the
swinging it
overload.
wide, though.
No, they
he
didn't
cut
take
back.
advantage of it.
Now he's taking
Possibly
They
now.
still have it. The Varks haven't cleaned that up yet.
John's out there.
And a knock forward or a forward pass.
That was a pretty good stick on that.
The
play.
Aardvarks now with the ball.
Mike made a stick. He's a little bit fired up, I think.
Took his oxygen away from him.
I believe
was-
that's Cody who's down on the ground, the number 8.
So that was
The problem is it was totally an unnecessary thing, so he needs to be careful. He can get tossed out of this game. Calm down. Stay in the moment. It's
And if-
about winning.
If this game gets blown dead due to chippy play, then the Highlanders would walk away with it. So the Varks need to be really careful about that. They're still down by 7 points here. As this game's beginning to get late. Schultz has the ball. Only 30 30-minute halves. So
That
they're going to
number
have
8
10
is
less
still
minutes.
hurting.
Yeah, he's sucking some wind, and
And
he
you
can
know
feel
what?
it.
They're kind of mocking Mike. I hope he doesn't. He needs to stay under control.
And right now, Dan Jones with it. He'll send it
Schultz.
back to Schultz.
Schultz got a gap there. And he
He'll
takes
offload it.
He takes it.
That's
Nice.
Barrett. Jacob Barrett.
Boom! I knew Barrett.
Oh, just missed, and now Pennick with the ball. Pennick made the tackle, and now Pennick's picking up some ground. He's going to try and go outside and take it out of bounds.
That's too bad.
Yeah,
And a
that's
high
hard work.
tackle is what they'll call for that one.
I tell you, I knew Pennick was going to take a hit if they got that motor running
Yeah.
back there.
Well, he still did his job, kept
He did
the
his job.
play.
He's a tough one, man. He was up and he was after it.
Very impressive play so far from Brooke Pennick.
Well, there can't be too much time left in this game. What do you think, fellas?
No, certainly not, and that's probably why the Highlanders are making sure everything takes a little bit of time to set up.
And we have a great match coming up in the finals for
Ball's
the
out of
collegiate
bounds.
division for the 45th annual High Desert Classic.
Yeah,
Long Beach State and OU
Long Beach State and OU.
we saw both teams play very well
yesterday.
yesterday. Long Beach blew out UNM, and Ohio lost a heartbreaker to Texas Tech.
That was a hell of a match.
Oklahoma, you mean?
No, Texas Tech beat OU.
Beat OU.
And who did Tech lose to?
Texas Tech did not stick around for the rest of the tournament.
They weren't in the tournament. It was a Red River Conference match.
And
one of the
right
three
now,
matches of the
And
tournament.
that's it. They
Aardvarks
played
have the ball.
Conference match and left, huh?
Yeah.
Barrett gets put down,
Varks need to start scoring quick.
and another high tackle, but that one doesn't get blown.
He's just
And
rolling
he's-
and bowling, huh?
He is.
This one sent out. Christian's got the ball. He'll boot it to space.
Go get it.
John
get it.
John's on it.
Come on.
Three
And it
Aardvarks
dies right
got
on
him
the
in
5.
corner. He's got to kick for
Put it back. Did he
nobody
find
over
the
there.
Did he find
Where's
the
a
touch
fullback?
line?
He eventually did. We see Pablo Garibay on that far side doing the line judging. And Pennick cleared some space.
Yep.
Got them right about to where all of this started.
Cardial's walking back slow. He's put out some energy today, hasn't he? He must have run 100 miles.
It's just fun to watch him escape those tackles.
Okay, 100
Meters?
kilometers.
Kilometers.
He is something else. Houdini. I like it. You come up with some good ones once in a while, Double.
And right now, Dan Jones gets the ball. They'll send it to the back line. Christian's got the ball.
Nice
A little
layup.
dummy on the inside. The
Oh.
ball lost. And that's going to be a yellow card.
There's a card coming out. It looks
Yeah.
like.
And he takes the player. That is number 20. We don't have a name for him. Oh, Jeff Westbrook gets the yellow. So Westbrook's out for likely the rest of this game. There's not much
Yeah.
left.
He doesn't have a very good attitude.
Is that his like second or third high tackle?
Yeah.
Well, that's the fourth just in this half by the Highlanders.
Yeah, but I don't know who made them all.
Either way, they've got to get their tackles down. So the Varks now one man up. And Christian sends this ball wide and out of
Nice,
bounds there.
nice.
About 25, 30 meters out.
We can get a quick score. What do we got here?
It's
That's
still
not enough, is it?
24
Try,
to
convert,
17.
Try.
Converted try ties the game.
And right now the Aardvarks
Hey,
in
assistant
Highlander
ref, how much time is
territory.
left? Not a whole lot. Assistant referee just informed me there's not a whole lot of time left. That's about as much as we knew already.
Schultz ball's in, and the Highlanders contest it.
And win it.
And right now, this
Nice.
overload again. There's Brooks Pennick. And Pennick decides to go with the offload.
Off to Woody Berryman.
And
Yeah.
the Varks are attempting to take this ball. And right now, he's going to blow it dead. And
Penalty
not
against the
releasing on
Varks.
the Varks.
Yeah, this game's about to run out. I think the Varks will come up a dollar short. What's that? I didn't.
Well, right now,
We'll see on the
there's a Highland player
video.
down.
I think there were like 4.
I think there was
He's
the
trying to-
action before that.
Well, at this point, they've got a man down.
Great game though, man. Great game.
And the Highlanders trying to get
I'd say we're
regrouped.
into injury time, wouldn't you, Carl?
Believe that's their coach, Adam Price, who's trying to talk to them. Make sure everybody's got their head in this for the win. They're still down by 1 player.
Adam's a great rugby player himself, man.
Yep.
He's a fly half for them. He's really good.
Has an
He
injury.
broke his arm, I think.
Yeah.
The fake dummy, Cody's got the ball now. And Pennick
Nice.
drilled. Now they try to go, dodge the first tackler, and finally goes down safely. Varks trying to counter-ruck here.
Desperately counter-rucking.
They need this ball back.
Jonesy takes him down.
Yeah.
And sent out here wide,
Nice.
back inside to Pennick.
Little behind the back skullduggery there.
Little Harlem Globetrotter trick.
And backside
They'll
reverse
send
play.
it out. The kick there. Mike not ready for it.
Oh.
Ooh. And Mike just riding the man into the 5-meter line.
That was Chad Woody Berriman on that pop over and retaining possession. Chad wanted me to tell everybody he was 44 years old and still playing some fine rugby.
I think he's only about 23. He just looks old.
The Highlanders down a man and on the goal line.
Last couple of years we played in the MLR. Chad played with us in El Paso. He's a good ball player.
And this one to the outside and taken forward by Welfare. Welfare not quite in. They'll
Somebody
try
better make a
Cody here.
tackle.
Cody goes for the kick, and it goes out of bounds out the back of the end zone. And that's
The
the end of our game.
Wow.
Your champions today are going to be the Denver Highlanders with the score of 24-17 over the Albuquerque Aardvarks.
And you have to admit it's a deserved win.
Yeah,
they played a
they
great
earned it.
game.
It was a
Both
great
teams
game.
played very well.
And that gives
Outstanding
them-
performances on
that
both
gives
sides.
them 6
That's
High
their
Desert Classic trophies.
and now they're over the Aardvarks there with their 6th. And next up, we're going to have Long Beach State taking on the Oklahoma University Sooners. And that's going to be an exciting match, folks. Stick around. We'll be right back with that match for you here from USS Bullhead Park.